From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, February the 6th, 2018. The Israeli man murdered yesterday in the West Bank was laid to rest today. Over 1,000 mourners came to pay their respects to 29-year-old Rabbi Itamar Ben-Gal, who was stabbed to death in a terror attack yesterday in Ariel. We have more information today on the terrorist wanted for Ben-Gal's murder, 19-year-old Abed al-Karim, who is still on the run. We had reported to you yesterday that it appeared that al-Karim was an Israeli citizen, with a Palestinian father living in the West Bank and an Israeli mother living in Haifa. That all has now been confirmed. The young man reportedly had very little contact with his parents, who abandoned him as a baby. And he has since then been in and out of the care of social services, who described him as an at-risk youth, but were shocked at his actions yesterday. Al-Karim's mother spoke to journalists and urged her son to turn himself in to police. And early this morning, Israeli troops faced off with a Palestinian terrorist responsible for the murder of Rabbi Razi el-Shevach, who was killed in a drive-by shooting in the West Bank last month. Israeli forces received intelligence information that Ahmed Nassar Jarar was hiding in a building near the Arab city of Jenin. They surrounded the structure and called on Jarar to come out, which he did, armed with an M16 rifle and a bag of explosives. The IDF opened fire, killing the terrorist. Lieutenant Colonel Ivri Elbaz, who led the mission, said, "We've come full circle to send a message to all attackers. The IDF's long arm will reach everyone at any time and in any place." Poland's President Andrzej Duda said today that he will sign the controversial Holocaust bill into law. Duda told a press conference in Warsaw today that he has sent the law to the Constitutional Tribunal for some clarifications, but then plans on signing it. Duda said the law would ensure Poland's, quote, dignity and historical truth, so that, he said, we are not being slandered as a state and as a nation. Duda said, "We do not deny that there were cases of huge wickedness in which Poles denounced Jews," he said. But he added that there was no systemic way in which Poles took part in it, referring to the Holocaust. Israel's Deputy Foreign Minister Tzipi Chatoveli said they were still working to amend the law. She said Israel has clarified to the Polish government that it will not accept any law that deals with the silencing of history and the denial of the involvement of Polish citizens in the murder of Jews at the time of the Holocaust. Meanwhile, Israel's Education Minister Naftali Bennett will not be visiting Poland tomorrow as planned. We had reported to you that Bennett was to travel to the country tomorrow. However, after Bennett made comments about his intentions to tell the truth about those Poles who were complicit in atrocities of the Holocaust, Poland canceled Bennett's trip, with reports that government spokeswoman Joanna Kopczynska said that no such visit will take place. CEO and Executive Vice President of the World Jewish Congress met on Friday with the Prime Minister of Bulgaria to try and prevent a neo-Nazi march from taking place in the country this month. Robert Singer sat down with Boyko Borisov and handed him a petition signed by 175,000 people from around the world, asking the Bulgarian government to ban the Lukov March, which is scheduled for February the 13th. Singer told Borisov that the march is not only against Jews, but against the democracy of Bulgaria. Borisov reassured that the Lukov March is the work of an entirely marginal group and will not affect the relationships between people that were built over the centuries. Well, this past Sunday marked World Cancer Day, and Israel took part in the annual international recognition, which is meant to raise awareness about and help prevent, detect, and treat cancer. The State of Israel's official Twitter account posted a video of Israel's advances in cancer research and treatment, including the drug Velcade, a non-invasive treatment called IceCure, research on the gene associated with breast cancer, a unique bone marrow transplant technique, and a drug called Doxil, which delivers treatment directly to a malignant tumor. And taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, February the 6th. At 7 o'clock, National Director Emeritus of the Anti-Defamation League, Abe Foxman, and former Ambassador Stuart Eisenstadt addressed the awards gala of the Foundation for Preservation of Visual History of the Jewish People at the Museum of Jewish Heritage. At 8, it's more from the annual Israeli-American Council Conference with panel discussions featuring Ron Dermer, Naftali Bennett, Ron Prosor, and Dennis Ross. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Rabbi Aryeh Katzin, who is the executive director of the Russian-American Jewish Experience on the Chaim. And at 10, Professor Vladimir Khanin of Bar-Ilan University surveys the history of anti-Semitism in Russia in a program of ISGAP. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, it's the ILTV program Frenemies. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, February the 6th, 2018. I'm Teisha Bader.